Hello guys, it's Somber here, and today we are going to be going over a forum suggestion. Now I know usually this is my Hive news video, always on Friday, but there is absolutely no news on the Hive at all. I've looked practically everywhere I can, the roadmap, Discord, and I've seen not even a whisper of any leaks or news. So I decided to go with my Forum Thursday format of going through suggestions, but I've decided to focus on a singular one so I can kind of break it down a lot more. Now this post is from Chuckle, and there will be a link in the description if you want to go vote for it. It already has 20 votes, so it's already doing pretty darn good. So I'm going to start off with reading what he says, and then I'm going to wrap it up with like my take on it. Alright, let's get into it. He goes on to say, "Now I know this has been suggested several times before, but I'm going to try to present a valid argument on why TNT should be added to Treasure Wars. 1. Tools suck. The big problem with tools is that each block requires a different tool to be broken with. For example, if you want to break through a defense that has a layer of wool followed by a layer of endstone, you need 2 different tools to break through the defenses quickly. Oh, what's that? You want to break through endstone blocks faster? Well, too bad, buddy, because you got to waste 5 diamonds on an iron pickaxe. Oh, and if they happen to have a layer of wood under the endstone and you don't have an axe with you, then congratulations, you get to spend 6.5 hours breaking it. If people wanted to stand still and hold down left click on a block to break it, they'd punch trees in single player. Conclusion, there are too many different types of tools and they're boring to use. 2. TNT would make breaking defenses fun. Like I stated earlier, breaking treasure defenses is probably more boring than doing taxes. Like seriously, usually you approach the enemy's base, kill the defenders, proceed to hold down left click on a block, and then get stabbed in the back by a random level 1. Then the process repeats like 3 times until they either slash hub or just give up. Now just imagine how much fun and exciting it would be if you could place down TNT, defend yourself while the TNT prepares to explode, and frantically try to break the treasure while the defenders rush to cover the treasure again. Now I don't know what about you, but that sounds way more fun than standing still at a block and holding left click. Conclusion, TNT would help make the most boring and obnoxious part of the game fun again. TNT would have tons of uses. The great thing about TNT is that it has multiple different uses. Now obviously it can be used to break a treasure's defense, but there are several other things that TNT would be great for. For example, TNT can be used for TNT jumping. Now I know this is a bit extreme, but hear me out. Let's say you're going across a bridge to the enemy team. However, you're out of blocks and there's a giant gap between you and their base. You can turn around and realize the entire team is coming towards you on that bridge. You place TNT on the bridge and prepare to jump. Just before the TNT explodes, you leap forward, causing the TNT explosion to boost you towards the enemy base. You land perfectly on their base and proceed to break their treasure and win the game. Now, I know that's silly, but you get the idea. A more practical use of TNT would be to kill someone with it. You could place a TNT down in the middle of a fight, hit the player into the TNT, either instantly killing them or launching them off the ground and killing them with fall damage. I think you get the idea. Conclusion, TNT has a lot of uses that would be fun and interesting, and that's where it ends. That was a lot of reading to get through, but the basis is clear. TNT would be extremely fun and an interesting way to enhance the gameplay of Treasure Wars. Now, I already know exactly what people say that don't like this. They're going to say, one of the major things that comes up is there's a strategy to Treasure Wars, and that is there's several different ways to win the game, and one of those is having good defenses on your treasure while going around allows you, if you see someone at your base, to be able to get there quickly before they destroy your treasure, or you can't just run around with a sword, be absolutely amazing at PvP and win instantly. You actually have to think ahead and get tools and stuff sometimes to break someone's treasure. I disagree with this statement slightly. I do think that TNT could be really broken, and I have a few ways to fix this quite easily. 1. TNT should cost diamonds. Not 2 diamonds, because I don't know about you, but it's crazy easy to get bows. I think bows need to cost more diamonds. You should not be able to get a bow immediately in the beginning. Diamonds are also extremely useless. It's faster to get diamond than it is to get iron armor, and that's a topic for another day, but it really shouldn't be like that. My suggestion would be maybe like 4 or 5 diamonds. Now, this is where people are going to disagree with me. 4 or 5 diamonds is not that hard to get. It's fairly expensive, but you can get that really easily. But here's my counter. Now I'm going to have to bring up another server for this, I'm sorry, but long ago, not many people remember this day, is when the Hive never existed. And I was a avid Cake Wars player on Mineplex, when Mineplex used to be the king of servers, back when PvP was actually a good little server and not a terrible roleplay server. But Mineplex's Cake Wars was extremely complex and fun back then. But one of the things they had was a spawn egg you could buy. And how the spawn egg worked was you'd click it, obviously like a spawn egg, and it would summon a sheep. Now the sheep had like a Jeb name tag. It would flash, and it would have a 3-second timer above it. You click it and make the TNT clicking sound, and you had exactly 3 seconds before it blew up. Now the catch to this was, I think it might have been longer than 3 seconds, but it was really long. Like 3 or 4 like Mississippis, not just straight up seconds. Like 1, 2, 3. It was actually pretty long. But the catch is that you could kill the sheep like a mob. It was a sheep. And so what would end up happening is you'd have someone run up to their base. No one would break someone's, because you had to eat their cake. You couldn't just break it, so it took forever. You wouldn't just like run up to someone's base and break it into it. That would happen, but a lot rarer. What would end up happening usually is you'd rush with your team, and you would have your sheep spawn eggs and stuff, and you'd spawn one, and as soon as an enemy team saw it, unless they were really new to the game, it would be a frantic rush to kill that sheep. Like, it would be an all-out war. And also then, the sheep sometimes would be a distraction. You would be trying to break their treasure. It was crazy fun. It's actually frantic PvP, and this is my take on why we need a straight PvP minigame finally in the Hive. Because I miss the days of these huge group battles, and that's what always would end up happening with the TNT sheeps on Mineplex. But how does this relate to the Hive? Obviously, this is a great balancing feature. It wouldn't be you just click TNT and it's like, well, I guess I'm gonna die now, or run away from it, or try to hit the person that's breaking your treasure or waiting while TNT is about to blow up. No, it wouldn't just be clicking a TNT. In fact, actually, I feel like this is a lot more balanced to the meta of, I don't know if you've ever played Mega and you're rushing, and what you do is you rush across the top, like jump bridging. You bring concrete or wood with yourself. You jump on the top of the defense's crouch, make yourself a little box, mine straight down, fill the hole back up again, and then bingo, you're in. You start breaking the treasure. Instead, you could jump and kind of place like a little concrete box, place the TNT, place a block on top of it, and try to defend it. So that's a great balancing feature, I have to say, for this suggestion. But then, I do kind of feel bad for one, I can just imagine this being really annoying for like leaderboard grinders and just people that want a normal experience that didn't change. And so I have 2 things to say about that. One, this is kind of completely different to what I just said, but it's kind of obvious. We're about to get a Treasure Wars update. So this is no better time for them to add TNT into Treasure Wars as a part of the Treasure Wars updates. That's the first thing. The second thing is I think this should be added to Mega. No other game mode. Solos, duos, trios, and squads are be completely left out of this change. And what this could do actually is be a testing ground for testing and feedback. They'd add it to Mega, wait 1 to 2 months, ask for feedback, what you think about it, and they can look at it. A great example of this would be, I can't think of an example, honestly. If I continue talking, this video is going to be crazy long. But basically, add it to Mega. I feel like it would be kind of actually useful in Mega for normal players, because personally, Mega is crazy easy for me. Like, I mean, people say continue to hate on Mega. It is the fastest way to win, honestly, quickly, if you have a group of 8. Like, it just insta-wins. 2-minute wins or less. But I feel like for normal players, just like a normal team fighting a normal team, TNT could spice things up a little bit. Like, if both of the left and the right minions are just covered in concrete and wool, you could have those people sneaking over some TNT, drop like 4 pieces of TNT, and crouch. It would just be great. I honestly love the suggestion. I think it'd be perfect for the Treasure update. And I do think this should be the last Treasure Wars update, obviously, because we should get level 100, new maps, maybe shears, and TNT, and maybe some other things like bow nerfs, please. But I think this would be a great change overall. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you if you watched me this long rambling on about TNT and a block pixel game. But there's that. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not. And once again, I said this a while ago, I'm going to reiterate it, is I am doing a giveaway at 420 subscribers. Yes, haha, funny meme. But I'm close. I'm 70 subscribers away. 69, actually. So that's perfect. 69 until 420. Perfect. But once again, if you have any friends, ask them to subscribe to me. I mean, it's kind of shameless plugging, but let's be real here. It works. Tell your friends, hey, there's this YouTuber over here. I like him. And also, he's doing a giveaway soon. I'm going to try to do an epic giveaway. I'm not going to make any promises yet, but I've been grinding on that Microsoft rewards, and it's going to be a huge giveaway. And just thank you to my dedicated viewers once again. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.